Namaste. I'm Miko Montgomery. I recently had the pleasure of doing my very first meet and greet book signing at one of the coolest comic book stores I've ever seen in my life. The store is called Comic Carnival, and it's amazing. It rivals anything you'd see in Tokyo or Paris, only it's located in the city of Indianapolis. So if you're into comics, toys, or other collectibles, you need to check out Comic Carnival.
Hi, everybody. This is Tim at Comic Carnival. I'm here with Miko Montgomery, and he is here in our store signing his Ravendiablo books. He's also got a lot of other stuff he wants to talk about. So, Miko, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, let's see, I'm from Las Vegas, and everything I do is centered on Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas is the most amazing, magical place in the world. It's got a dark side, but it's an interesting place. So that's kind of my universe.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but you don't live in Las Vegas right now, do you?
I bounce back and forth.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome back to Indiana. It's an odd dipolar situation you're in.
Got that right.
Indiana and Las Vegas are pretty far apart.
Very much so, yeah. But it's worked out pretty well so far.
Yeah. So, do you think your love of Vegas informs your writing? And yeah.
Absolutely, 100%, because it's so strange. It's so bizarre, and I guess the strange thing about Las Vegas is people have a preconceived notion of what it is. And
Yeah.
while a lot of that is true, there's a lot of stuff that they don't know about Las Vegas. And hopefully when they get into my comics and my books, they'll find out. Ravendiablo is, she's a human hero. She's kind of like Batman, only a lot more hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
She kills.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. She's got no qualms.
No qualms at all. I would also say that it's more out of what the wuxia tradition. Wuxia is an Asian art form. Anyone who's seen like old school kung fu movies, they know what wuxia is. It's a heroic tradition, much like regular comic books and stuff. But the thing that makes wuxia different is that the heroes are female as well as male.
Okay.
It's a lot more gender friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the thing I like about wuxia is there's magical aspects to it, but also, like for Raven, she doesn't have like superpowers, but she spent her early years in what was similar to a Shaolin temple.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's not superhuman, but she's very well trained.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I really, that's what I liked about Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because Batman appealed to me because it made me feel like, well, I'm human, but maybe I can be superhuman too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's possible to do that. You know, with what we have, as human beings, our limited capacities can still be maximized.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah. And so I see, and it's not just comic books. You've also got a Ravendiablo novel.
Well, she started as a novel.
Oh, is that right?
I
Okay.
had no idea that I would even be going into comics, to
Mm-hmm.
tell you the truth. I wrote the novel back in 2008, and people really responded to it. I thought, well, maybe I got something here. And a person I knew had an involvement with a company called Saban. They produce Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
I know that.
I had some concept art. So he took that and the novel to Saban, and they really liked it. But the reason they passed on it, and this is what was really important to me, they passed on it because they said she lacked free awareness. I thought, that's right. No one really knows who she is.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're just looking to like license already big characters, huh? They didn't want to take a chance. Yeah.
I understand that. But it was a wake-up call to me because I thought, well, I got to give her awareness. I got to raise her awareness.
Yeah.
And I thought comics was a better way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, once I got into comics with that first issue, it opened a whole new world for me. I love comics.
Yeah. Oh, great. That's great. Well, we do here too, as well. So in order to bring it to comics, so you collaborated with someone, right? Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about the artist?
His name is Roger Turgansky.
Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing artist from Brazil. We met a couple years ago online, and he's just unreal. I mean, I can't say enough about this guy.
Yes.
In fact, someone's already snapped him up. We were going to be doing some more Raven stuff, and he's not able to draw. Which we'll hook up somewhere down the road. But
Yeah.
someone saw his work on Raven, and he's gone.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool. And I see you've got another novel here, Wack City. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I see it features Vegas prominently.
Totally Vegas, and the cool thing about Wack City is it explains Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Lets people know exactly what's going on there. And I don't want to give too much away,
Yeah.
other than to say that once you find Las Vegas finds you.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, and I would say also that it's very much inspired by the early works of Clive Barker.
Mm-hmm.
Clive Barker burst onto the scene with some books called the Books of Blood.
Mm-hmm.
They were a bunch of short stories, and this is very much in that tradition. I was fortunate enough to actually meet Clive here in Indianapolis a few years ago.
Oh, great.
He was really
And like a horror hound? Or?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was very, very inspiring to me. I got some good pictures, and it's just wonderful. So.
That's great. Can you tell me a little bit about your history with comics? Did you read comics when you were younger, or is this something new to you?
I hate to say it, but other than Mad Magazine.
Oh, man, there's nothing wrong with Mad Magazine now.
Love that, but I wasn't into comics, and I'll tell you why. The clothes were just kind of weird. Superman is the best example. I mean, Superman was just weird looking. I mean, underwear on the outside, and
Yeah.
and he just looked like he was off his meds or something.
I think maybe, he was designed in the 30s.
Right.
I think he looked more like a boxer or something. He looked a little more normal. Yeah.
From back in the day. And I'm glad that when they redid him, like when Zach came along, they took the stuff.
The undies off.
But no, what I was going to say is I wasn't into comics, but I was very much into Greek myth. I read King Arthur stories, Bible stories.
Mm-hmm.
And comics are just an extension of that. I mean, there's a great book called Our Gods Wear Spandex, which is, comics come out of the old tradition.
Yeah. And, they're one of the few things like, jazz that's kind of an American invention, too. So that's kind of cool to be here.
Absolutely. But the thing is, once I did discover comics, it was like finding love in the third act. Wow. It's an amazing, amazing art form. And during the pandemic, it's when I really got my comic knowledge together. I just binge watched everything I could on YouTube. There's some cool stuff on YouTube.
Sure.
Get you together. And dude, I can geek out with the best of them now.
Yeah, you got your history down.
I got it down.
Yeah.
Totally down.
Yeah.
So what my team is going to be doing is they're working on the illustrated version of my novel Wack City. So that's what's going to, and hopefully that'll be out in the spring.
Oh, cool. And is that going to be a series, or is it going to be like a graphic novel? What are you thinking?
It will be definitely a graphic novel. Thank you for asking that, because that's where I want to be. So it's going to be a nice, probably a 200-page book.
Yeah.
And if people like it, there will be more, but at least there will be that 200-page one shot for sure. So,
Oh, that's really cool.
so yeah.
And if people want to catch up on you when you're not here at Comic Carnival online, do you have a presence?
I have a website, MikoMontgomery.com.
Well, that's easy.
Easy. Absolutely. Just come there and you can find out everything you need to know about me.
Fantastic.
Thank you for coming by, and please visit my website,